Oh, yes, thank God. I'm sorry for that little commotion, Lamai. Technical issues are inevitable. Sometimes you can't really help it. Okay. So, first question again, E and H. Let's quickly discuss exercise 1.3. First question, E. Root of 80, we have to find, no, convert the following entire surds into surds. Oganda aapu answers kiyagena yana while I solve this question. Tell me the answers you have gotten. So what we have to do is inside 80, we have to see if there's a perfect square. And I can see that there is a perfect square. That 16 is a perfect square. Ne? Balanne 80 kiyanne 16 times 5. And 16 is a perfect square. So what is the root of 16? That is 4. So mangage root එක 4 hinda 4 ව එළියට අරගෙන I leave 5 inside the square root sign. Yeah, I'm writing on the board. Can others see that I'm writing on the board? Yeah, recently චුට්ටක් ආයේ මේ කියන්නේ මේ log out වෙලා ආයෙ join වෙන බාන link එකේ. Try and see. Let's see if that'll work. Himin සරන්නකෝ. I'll just keep discussing slowly. Then H. H එකේ තියෙන root of 147. 147 එන්නේ මොකක් විදියටද ළමයි? Like what? 147. How did you convert it to surds? Can somebody tell me? Okay. So if they are saying that this is an entire surd and you have to convert it to surds, there must be a perfect square inside this. So අපි බලනවා our perfect squares මොනවාද 4. 4 times මොනවද දෙන්නේ? ඊළඟ perfect square එක 9. 9 times මොනවද දෙන්නේ? ඊළඟ perfect square එක 16. 16 times මොනවද දෙනවද කියලා බලන්න ඕනේ. ඒකත් නැහැ. Then our next perfect square is 25. 25 times something එනවද මේක කියලා බලනවා ඒත් නැහැ. Next perfect square is 36. 36 times මොකක් කරනවද මේක ඒත් නැහැ. Next square is 49. We can see 49 times 3 is 147. අන්න එහෙම තමයි අපි මේක ගන්නෙ එකපාරට පේන්නේ නැත්තම්. So that is 49 multiplied by 3. Square root of 49 is 7. So it's 7 root 3. Okay. Then is that clear, Lama? Give me a thumbs up, everybody. Did you all get this answer? Is this clear? Before I move on to the next one. Okay. Second question. C and E. C is 4 root 7. Make දැන් ඔයා entire surd එකකට convert කරන්න ඕනේ. How do we do that? එලින් එක්කෙනාවත් square කරලා root එක ඇතුළට දානවා. 4 ගේ square is 16. So I find the square of 4 which is 16 and I put it inside the root sign. So I get 16 times 7. Then we'll just do the multiplication. 7 times 6 times 7 is 42. 7 times 1 is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 112. That would be 112. Then our next one is E. E is 6 root 11. The square of 6 is 36. So that would be 36 multiplied by 11. So I will do the simplification. 36 multiplied by 11. 1 times 36 is 36. 1 times 36 is 36. So I get 396. Yeah, the 6 plus 3 is 9. That would be 396. Is it clear, Lama? Everybody? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Third decade C. Third decade C kiyanne 4 root 3 plus 5 root 2 plus 3 root 5 minus 3 root 2 plus 3 root 5 minus 2 root 3. Okay. So we have to see what are similar terms. You can see here that this is 4 root 3. Then this is I root 3 and metana. That is minus 2 root 3. So 4 root 3 minus 2 root 3 means 2 root 3. 4 root 3 something like 4x. Minus 2 root 3 something like minus 2x. 4x minus 2x is 2x. That would be 2 root 3. Then what are the other similar terms? 5 root 2 minus 3 root 2. Similarly, 5 root 2 is something like 5x. Minus 3 root 2 is something like minus 3x. So 5 minus 3 is 2. That would be plus 2 root 2. Then anit similekena plus 3 root 5 plus 3 root 5. 3 plus 3 is 6. That would be 6 root 5. This is the answer. Then fourth case G and I. Yeah, fourth case G and I. Fourth case G. 3 root 5 over 2 root 7. 3 root 5 over 2 root 7. Make it, we have to rationalize the denominator of the following fractions. Okay, denominator ke square root එකක් තියනවා කියලා කියන්නේ that is irrational. So we have to try and make it rational. That is what we say rationalizing the denominator. How do we do that? එයා වගේම එකකින් එයාව multiply කරනවා. If I do something to the denominator, I have to do the same thing to the numerator. So I have 3. Here 5 times 7 is 35. Then here 2. Root 7 multiplied by root 7 is root 49. Root of 49 is 7. So I can directly write as 7. That would be 3 root 35. Yeah, the 2 times 7 is 14. Is this what you got, Lamai? Did you all get this answer? Did you all get different answers? Denuri, Aiza, Rizindi, Risindi, I'm sorry, I didn't pronounce. Randira? Upper number 7 kiyanne lower මෙතන තියෙන in the denominator, if there's an irrational number like a square root, you have to multiply that by the same thing. When you multiply that by the same thing, numerator also you have to do the same. Whatever you do to the denominator, you have to do the same to the numerator because they're a fraction. Okay, Cindy? Okay. Then I ekka 3 root 3. If I'm going a little fast, let me know. And if you have any questions, anything that you don't understand, make sure you let me know. 3 root 3, 2 root 5. So denominator has an irrational number. How do we make it rational? එයාව ඒකෙන්ම multiply කරනවා root 5 ගෙන්. If I do something to the denominator, I have to do the same to the numerator. So 3 root එක ඇතුලේ 3 times 5 is 15. Denominator එකේ 2 multiplied by root 5 times root 5 is root 25. Root of 25 is 5. So I get the answer as 3 root 15 divided by 2 times 5 is 10. So that is the fourth question. Fifth එකේ E and F. Okay. Fifth case, then simplify, ne? E is 6 root 27 divided by 3 root 3. So division, mamang may vidalena 6 root 27 divided by 3 root 3. So you know division is quite simple. එළියේ තියෙන number එක වෙනම divide කරනවා square root sign එක ඇතුලේ තියෙන number එක වෙනම divide කරනවා. එළියේ තියෙන 6 divided by 3. So 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6. So එළිය අපිට ඉතුරු වෙනවා 2. Inside you know 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 9 is 27. එහෙනම් අපිට ඉතුරු වෙනවා root of 9. And you already know the value of root 9, that is 3. So the answer is 6. Did y'all get this answer, Lamai? Okay. Then the other one is F, no? Root 48 divided by 5 root 3. Root 48 divided by 5 root 3. So එළිය මෙතන 1 නේ තියෙන්නේ. So එළිය කට්ටියගේ divide කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. But let's look at what is inside the square root sign. Here this is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 4 can 1 remaining. 18 is 3 times 6. So I get එළිය මොනවත් නැහැනේ. So උඩ ඉතුරු වෙනවා root of 16. යට ඉතුරු වෙනවා 5. So you know root of 16 is 4. So 4 over 5 is the answer. ඕනම් මේක ඔයගන්ට තවත් simplify කරලා you can leave it as a decimal, but you can just leave it as 4 over 5. Up to this point, is everything clear, lamai? Give me a thumbs up. Randira? Okay, great. Let's see, what else do we have? 1 second, I missed. I'm up to TNA. 5th key ENF and 6th key CDE. CDE. 6th one, we have C. C means 2 root 128 minus 3 root 50 plus 2 root 162 plus 4 over root 2. Yeah. Hari. Now this is a complicated calculation where there are like different elements. Hari. අපි පළවෙනි එක බලමු. මෙයා ගත්තොත් එහෙම මේකේ අපිට mainly simplification කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. You can see that root 128 is an entire surd. අපි යාම එහෙනම් normal surd එකකට convert කරන්න ඕනේ. So මම 2 එහෙමම ලියනවා. 128. Let's see. 4 times එනවා දෙයක්. 4 times 4 is a perfect square නේ. 4 times 32 is 128. 4 times එනවා. අපි තව බලමු. After 4 the next perfect square is 9. 9 එනවාද? 9 and 9. No. Then after 9, the perfect square is 16. 16 and other lamai. Does 16 come? No? Yeah? It's 16 times 8. 8 times 6 is 48. 4 remaining. 8 times 1 is 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. After 16, the next perfect square is 25. 25 එක මොනවත් දෙන්නේ නැහැ. After 25, we have 36. 36 ගත්තොත්, can you see that? Let's see 36 times 3. 3 times 6 is 36. Sorry, 3 times 6 is 18. 1 remaining. 3 times 3 is 9, 10. ඒක එන්නෙත් නැහැ. එහෙනම් ඒක හරියන්නේ නැහැ. What else can we take? How did you do this? What else can we take? Shall we try? What is it after 36? What is the next perfect square we have? 49. අපි හැම එකම try කර කර බලමු. 49 වලට එනවද? No. After 49, the next perfect square is 8 times 8, which is 64. Can you see 64 වලට එනවා නේද? මෙයා 64 times 2 කියලා. එහෙනම් this would be the most suitable. 64 times 2 is 128 ළමයි නේද? එහෙනම් මම 64 times 2 කියලා ගන්න. That is the most ideal one. Let's delete everything else. Then here, 64 ge root එක මොකක්ද? 8. So I can take that out as 8 and I can leave root 2 inside the root sign. Okay, let's move on. Minus 3. 50 is again an entire surd. You know 50 we can write as 25 times 2. And then 25 gives square root, take a 5. So I take 5 out and inside root 2 is remaining. Plus 2, I have 162. So 162 is also a perfect, an entire surd. What is the perfect square that is inside 162? As you think. ඕගලන් කරපු විදිය කියන්න. Yes. Okay, I got one answer. What about others? 162. What is the perfect square that is inside 162? Or 162 I can also write as what? 81 times 2. 81 is a perfect square. What is the square root of 81, Namai? 9. So I take that out as 9 and I leave 2 inside the root sign. එතන ඒ තුන අපි එහෙම simplify කරනවා. What about this? මෙයාගේ අපිට මොකද්ද කරන්න පුළුවන් simplification එක? If you take this part, what is the simplification that we can do here? What is the simplification that we can do here? How did you do it? What was the next step you took when it comes to that squared part? Somebody? Randira, Denuri, Metna, Aiza, Chenuli, Risindi. What would you do to this? Look at the denominator. Denominator is irrational. So, මෙතන අපිට කරන්න පුළුවන් simplification එක මොකක්ද? We have to rationalize the denominator. So, we have root 2. So, I will multiply it by root 2. So, the numerator also I will multiply by root 2. Okay, we'll discuss. So here I have 4 root 2 in the numerator. Yata, root 2 times root 2 is root 4. Root 4 value is 2. And you can see here, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. Then what do I have remaining there? Plus 2 root 2. Up to this step, is everything clear? Up to this step. Aiza, Randira, Ma ahane lamai මොකද දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ ඔහොම ප්‍රශ්න තියාගෙන ඉන්නවා, and then at the exam you write wrong answers. Even for some like simple basic questions you write wrong answers. එතකොට මම බලනවා එහෙම මේ අපි කලින් discuss කරපු එකක් වර්ධින්නේ කියලා. That is because when we are discussing, you're not listening properly and you're not trying to understand. So actively be in the discussion. Huh? Excuse me. 2 times 8 is 16, root 2. Here 3 times 5 is 15, root 2. Here 2 times 9 is 18, root 2. Plus 2 root 2. ඔක්කොම root 2 නේ. ඒකද ඔක්කොම අපිට add subtract කරන්න පුළුවන් ලේසියෙන්ම. Let's do this. 16 root 2 minus 15 root 2 means 1 root 2. 16 minus 15 is 1, no? 1 root 2. 1 root 2 plus 18 root 2, 1 plus 18 would be 19 root 2. 19 root 2 plus 2 root 2 would be 19, 20, 21. That would be 21 root 2. And now, what is the answer here? 21 root 2 would be the answer. If you have any questions, you can ask. Then I finally gave, I was a DE. The other two questions are D and E, no? Okay, let me get the questions. D. Root 99 minus root 44. In the second row, I got a question. How 64 multiply? Second row. Here, what we try to do in the second row is that අපිට මෙතන තියෙන entire surd එකක්නේ 128. 128 is an entire surd. Entire surd means inside that there is a perfect square. So my mission is to try to find that perfect square. So my එක එකව try කරලා බලුවනේ ඔයගොල්ලොත් එක්ක. Then I got that the most suitable one is 64 multiplied by 2. 64 multiplied by 2, I get the answer as 128. Then what I did was 64, now it's inside the root sign, no? But 64 is a perfect square. What is the square root of 64? That is 8. Now 64 is square root 8 hinda. I can take it out of the square root sign because it has a square root. That is 8. එතන square root sign එක ඇතුළේ ඉතුරු වෙන්නේ root 2 විතරයි. Is it clear, Cindy? If we cannot get answer, what should we do? You have to get the answer. If you cannot get the answer, there's no solution. You must get the answer somehow. Don't worry, මුලදී කරාදී ෂුට්ටක් එහෙම කියන්නේ confusing වගේ වෙන්න පුළුවන්, but the more you practice, you'll be okay. So somehow you have to get the answer. So you have to try and see how to get it. Okay. Minus 2 root 44 plus 110 divided by root 11. Okay. Root 99 is actually an entire surd. How can we write this? Now you all tell me. I'm the one who's always saying the answers. When we are doing the lesson, I'm teaching, you're learning, you're listening. That's all right. But when we are discussing homework questions, I'm not teaching you again. And you can't be listening again. It's a discussion. You have to give me your input as well. What the answers you wrote, and how you got the answer, right? It's supposed to be a discussion. Homework, api discuss karna misak, I'm not teaching you. So tell me, root 99 is an entire surd. How can we write it? How can we break it? Yes, Chenuli? How can we break root 99? Yes, Metna? Others? Others, how can we break root 99? Come on, Lamai. Quickly. Sorry. Root I can write as 9 multiplied by 11. 89. My root 44 by breaking it down. Root 44. 4 into 11. Yes. 4 is the perfect square. So 4 into 11 is 44. Plus, මෙයාගේ මට කරන්න තියෙන්නේ in the denominator. This is simplification that I have to do there. You know the denominator that I'm multiplying root 11 by root 11. Whatever I do to the denominator, I have to do the same to the numerator. I'm lagging. I will keep my video off for a bit and let's see if that works. Then at the numerator, I have 111 multiplied by root 11. At the denominator, I have root 11 multiplied by root 11. Root 11 multiplied by root 11 is root 121. Root of 121 is 11. So here the denominator is 11. Okay, let's move on. Now 9 is a perfect square. What is the square root of 9? The හැමෝටම කියන්න පුළුවන් what is the square root of 9? Others? What is the square root of 9? Yes, square root of 9 is 3. So since square root of 9 is 3, I'm taking it out. And what is remaining inside the root sign is 11. Minus 2 multiplied by square root of 4 is 2. So I take 2 out and 11 is remaining inside the square root sign. Plus here, look at this. 11 times 1 is 11. 11 times 10 is 110. එතන මට ඉතුරු වෙනවා 10 root 11. So here 3 root 11 minus 2 times 2 is 4 root 11 plus 10 root 11. 3 minus 4 is minus 1. Minus 1 plus 10 is 9. 9 root 11 should be the answer. Did all of you get this answer, Aman? Thumbs up if you got this answer and if it's clear. Mitna? Okay. E, last one. Root 20 divided by 2 minus root 5. Root 20 divided by 2 minus root 5. Okay, let's see. Is root 20 an entire surd? Is root 20 an entire surd? What do you think? Alamai? Yes. How do I break down? How do I break root 20 down? If you can't type, you can just unmute and tell me. Yes, Denuri? 2 times 10 ගන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි මෙතනදී අපිට ගන්න බෑ. මොකද perfect square එකක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. When you break it down, there has to be a perfect square. If you take root of 20, I can break it down as 1 times 2. Metan 1 perfect square එකක් තියෙනවා, but 1 times 20 is still 20, no? So that doesn't really make much sense. 2 times 10, okay, but none of these are perfect squares. Therefore, we can't get this. 4 times 5 we can get because 4 is a perfect square and I can later simplify that, right? Therefore, here I can break it down as 4 times 5. 4 times 5 is 20 divided by 2 minus root 5. 4 is square root take a 2, so I take 2 out. Root 5, here 2. Here I have root 5. Now you can see here, may 2 cancel venava, and I have root 5 minus root 5, answer is 0. Up to this point, is everything clear, Lamai? Randira, Risindi, Aiza? Risindi, Aiza, is it clear? Okay. I will give you 2-3 minutes to copy down and do any corrections. But if your corrections take longer than 2 minutes, I will send the whiteboard note. And then you can do further corrections. But if it takes like a few minutes, quickly do those. Digeva තියාගන්න whiteboard note එක එවුවහම එක් කරගන්න. Okay, make it fast. Do any corrections, then we'll move on to the new lesson. Okay, let's start the new lesson. Put the topic indices and logarithms 1. Now in grade 10 also we have learned indices and logarithms. So this is like an extension of that lesson. Indices and logarithms 1. And there's a little review exercise. I don't want you to do everything, just a few. Review exercise है कि आप ये एक start करो. So review exercises are always based on what you have learned in the previous grades. So you know in grade 10, we learned about indices and logarithms. So we have some but of a knowledge. Based on that, let's do this review exercise. Make a වැඩිපුර ඕන නැහැ. මම කියන questions ටික කරන්න. Second එකේ do I. Second මම ඔයගලන්ට ලේසි වෙන්න screenshot එකකුත් දාන්නම් group එකේ මේ whiteboard එකේ of the question. This is second එකේ I. Then third එකේ F. Third එකේ F. Just a few questions, to see if you remember. In the fourth one, E and F. E and F දෙකම කරන්න. Fourth එකේ E and F. I won't give you too long for this, questions හතරයිනේ. E and then F. From your end also you can move the whiteboard, right? So you can check out all the questions. Second එකේ I, third එකේ F, fourth එකේ E and F. Okay, make it fast, quickly. Quickly. Let me know when you're done, lamai. I didn't set a timer. But as soon as you're finished, let me know. ළමයි අපි second එකේ first එක discuss කරමුද? I won't discuss the rest, only this one. I'm pretty sure you guys have already finished this. Give me a thumbs up if you have finished the first one. Second question, first Roman number. Have you all finished? Okay, great. Here, 3a to the power minus 2 multiplied by 4a squared b squared divided by ab. Right. Metana 3a to the power minus 2 means 3 tate minus 2 it. 3 gets minus 2. A also gets minus 2. And here there is 4a squared b squared divided by 2ab. Okay. Now here, how do I remove the minus in the power? If you take 3 to the power minus 2, how do I remove this minus? How do I remove the minus in 3 to the power minus 2? How do I remove the minus? What if I bring this to the denominator? If I bring this to the denominator, 3 to the power minus 2 index එක sign එක මාරු වෙනවා. Here the index is minus 2, the power is minus 2. When I bring it to the denominator, it will become 3 to the power 2. A to the power minus 2 also, when I change sides and bring it to the denominator, minus එක නැතුව, it becomes a to the power 2. If you want to change the sign of the power, you have to change the numerator and denominator. දෙපැත්ත මාරු කරාම හරි. Then උඩ we have 4a squared b squared remaining. යට we also have 2ab. Now we'll do the cut and chop. A squared. Okay. Here there is 1b. Here b squared වලින් එක b එකක් හැපෙනවා. So එක b එකක් ඉතුරු වෙනවා. Here this is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Let's see what do we have remaining. In the numerator we have 2b. In the denominator we have 3 to the power 2. 3 to the power 2 means 3 times 3, which is 9. In the denominator we have 9a. This should be your final answer. අහන්න අපි simplify කරන්න කියලා විතරයි නේද? Yeah. Did you all get this answer, ළමයි? Thumbs up. Did you all get this answer? Is it clear? Okay, perfect. Okay, I will discuss the third F question in another 2 minutes. Make it fast. Okay, Lama, let's discuss the third F. Only third F. ඔන්න හැමෝම අහගන්න. Can you see in all of these? The base is the same. Here the base is P. Here the base is P. Here also the base is P. එහෙනම් මේ තුන් දෙනාගේම බේස් එක එක හින්දා මම එක මෙහෙම ලියනවා. Now log A to the base P and log B to the base P, they are both added. Addition in logarithms, you know, a multiplication is what becomes addition. Addition and multiplication are the same. So here there is addition. No? Addition I can write as multiplication. Then here there is subtraction. You know what becomes subtraction is division. And divided by division is C. So you can write as may multiplication sign නැතුව නිකන් AB කියලා ලියන්න පුළුවන්. AB divided by C like this. Is this clear, Lama? Is this how you did it? Did you understand? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. I will discuss 40 in 1 minute. Make it fast. Okay, let's discuss. Now here, LG, 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 LG. LG means what is the base value here? Log if you take, let's say, log B to the base A equals C. This is the base, right? යට තියෙන base එක. So let's just remind ourselves. Now for an example, if you say 2 to the power 3. 2 to the power 3, you know 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. මෙහෙම ලියන එකට අපි කියනවා index form එක කියලා. I'm pretty sure you remember this, but it's a small revision. How do I convert this to the logarithmic form? How do I convert this to the logarithmic form? Log මෙන්න මෙතන තියෙන 2 එක තමයි base එක වෙන්නේ. That comes here. Right? This 2. This 2 comes here. Then this 8 comes here. This 8 comes here. And the index form එකේ power එක නැත්නම් index එක තමයි logarithmic form එකේ answer එක. And this 3 comes here. This is how you convert between the index form and the logarithmic form. So when I say LG 100, let me write it somewhere else here. When I say LG100, what is the base here? What is the base here? LG කියලා කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? Log. What is the base when I say LG? What is the base? Yes, Metna. Others, when I say LG, what is the base? Hmm? It's actually 10. Okay, එක මතක තියාගන්න. LG means log 10. Log to the base 10 කියන එක තමයි shorten කරලා අපි LG කියලා ලියන්නේ. Now, what is the answer? What is the logarithm of 100 to the base 10? You know, here base එක තමයි මෙතනට එන්නේ. Now, here the base is 10 no? එහෙනම් 10 එක index form එකේ මෙතන. Then log එකේ මේක තමයි index form එකේ answer එක. Here log එකේ මෙතන තියෙන 100, that is the answer in the index form. Then log එකේ answer එක තමයි index form එකේ power එක. 10 to which power is 100 ළමයි? 10 to the power what is 100? 10 to the power 10 to the power 10, no. 10 times 10 is 100, yes. But 10 to the power 2. 10 to the power 2 is 10 times 10 means 10 to the power 2, no. So 10 to the power 2 is 100. එහෙනම් මේකේ answer එක 2. Did you all understand that, ළමයි? Okay. Let's come back to our question. I just randomly did a bit of a revision. LG5, LG means logarithm. So මෙතනත් LG, LG and here LG, here also LG. ඒක හින්දා මට මෙහෙම ලියන්න පුළුවන්. All of them have the same base, no, because LG means logarithm base 10. So all of them have the same base. I open brackets. 5 logarithm of 5. LG5 minus LGX. You know, minus is division. So 5 minus x means 5 divided by x. Plus LG8. You know, plus becomes multiplication. So 8. Equals LG4. So දෙපැත්තෙම LG නේ තියෙන්නේ. ඒක හින්දා මේ ඇතුලේ තියෙන දෙන්න equal වෙන්න ඕනේ. So here we have 5 divided by x multiplied by 10 multiplied by 8 equals here 4. Then x I bring to this side. So 5 times 8. මම කෙලිම 40 කියලා ලියනවා. 5 times 8 is 40. This x divided here, when I bring it to the other side, it becomes multiplication. So I have 4 multiplied by x, which is 4x. Then I divide both sides by 4. 4 cancel vela. Method 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 10 is 40. So x is equal to 10. Is this clear, Lamit? Did you all get the answer? Did you all do this? Did you understand this? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. All right. Did you do this already? Or do you need more time? Shall we discuss? All right, let's discuss. Okay. So, then මෙතන ළමයි දෙපැත්තෙම log 10 no. LG means log 10. Base එක එකම වෙච්ච හින්දා මට මේ දෙන්නව equal කරන්න පුළුවන් වුණා. Then මෙතන bases are different. Here the base is x. Here the base is 5. Here also the base is 5. Base here, x base is what I have to find. So what I'm going to do is log of 12 to the base x. I will keep it on this side. And then on the other side, I have log of 3 to the base 5. And I bring this to the other side. Here, this is minus now. When I bring it to the other side, it becomes plus. Log of 4 to the base 5. So here log of 12 to the base x equals, then log 5. So they have the same base. So what I'm going to do is log 5. Here 3 plus addition is multiplication. So 3 times 4. So log 12 to the base x equals here log 3 times 4 is again 12 to the base 5. Now here 12 is the same. If that is the same, the base should automatically become equal. Therefore, base is x equals 5. Is that clear, Lamai? Did you all get this answer? Is it clear? Give me a thumbs up. Risindi? So here okay, I'll explain again. Here what happened was that the here base again x තියෙන්නේ. So what I do is I keep that isolated on one side. මෙයාම එක පැත්තක ඉතුරු කර ගන්නවා. In order to do that, මම මෙන්න මෙයාව අනිත් පැත්තට ගෙනියනවා. මොකද කොහොමත් මෙයාගෙත් log 5, මෙයාගෙත් log 5 they're similar. So here this is minus. When I bring it to other side, it becomes plus. So I have here log 3 to the base 5 and then මෙයාව මේ පැත්තට ගෙනහම log 4 to the base 5. Log 3 to the base 5 plus log 4 to the base 5. Up to that point, is it clear, Risindi? Okay. Then here, මෙයාව එහෙමම තියනවා because it's x, I don't know how to simplify. This side, you know, now they both have the same base. මෙයාටත් 5, මෙයාටත් 5. And you know what becomes addition is multiplication, right? Addition when a multiplication. So 3 log 3 log 5 log 3 to the base 5 plus log 4 to the base 5 means here log base 5 tamai, but addition means it is a multiplication. 3 multiplied by 4. And you know 3 multiplied by 4 is 12. So here on this side I have log 12 to the base x, and here I have log 12 to the base 5. Up to that point, is it clear? Okay. So in logarithms, if this value is the same, base automatically equal venom. Okay, like this. Now let's say something like this. Let's say log x to the base 5 is equal to log 12 to the base 5. Now here can you see that base is the same. මෙයාගේ base එකත් 5, මෙයාගේ base එකත් 5. If the bases are equal, the number, this x automatically becomes equal to 12. Base එක equal na numbers දෙක automatically equal වෙනවා. So x will be equal to 12. In the same manner, let's say this. In the same manner, if this number is equal, so that would be x equals 12. Base automatically equal වෙනවා අර number එක equal නම්. Base equal නම් අර number එක automatically equal වෙනවා. That is how it's done. So here also, since the number is 12 on both occasions, the base automatically becomes equal. X is equal to 5. Is it clear, Lamai? Give me a thumbs up, please. Okay, give me a second. Okay, ළමයි. Hari. That is all. So we will go to our new lesson, the new part. Put the topic fractional indices of a power. Put the topic fractional indices of a power. Here, there is a common rule. I will first teach you the rule and then I will show some examples. Rule එක අපි ලියන්නේ මෙන්න මෙහෙම. A, let's say nth root of A. A ගේ n කියන root එක is equal to A to the power 1 over n. Now you obviously will not understand what this means. That is why I'm going to explain this. But I will just give you the rule first. Let me show you an example. Number 1. 5 square root of 5. Square root of 5 means lamai. What is the number that comes here? When I say square root, what is the number that comes here? You already know from the previous lesson also. Not 1. Not 0. Okay, let me explain like this. Now you know 5 times 5 is 25. So you know 25 get square root take a 5. Actually, Lamai, when you write square root, you put a 2 here. I mean, there's supposed to be a 2. Square root. Square kakne now. Let's say 5 times 5 kya 5 get square kane. 5 get square 25 means 25 get square root is 5. But when it comes to square root, we just skip the 2 and write. Some square root now, we just skip the 2 and just write the square root sign. But the 2 is anyways there. We just don't write it. Let's say something like this. 3 times 3 times 3. No, 3 na to when number 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 times 2 means 2 to the power 3. And you know 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8. So 2 to the power 3, answer is 8. So if I ask you here this is the square root, no? If I ask you the cubic root of 8, what is the answer? Cubic root of 8, what is the answer? 2. Metana 5 to the power 2 means 5 get square 25 na 25 get square root 5. 2 get cube or 2 to the power 3 8 na 8 get cubic root 2. In the same manner 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 3 is 81. Again, 3 to the power 4 is 81. Then what would be the fourth root of 81? What would be the fourth root of 81? Don't write anything. I only asked you to put the topic. What is the fourth root of 81? Yes, others? 3. If 3 to the power 4 is 81, the fourth root of 81 is 3. Let's say 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8, 8 times 2, 16, 16 times 2, 32. 2 to the power 5 is 32 means 32 gave fifth root එක මොකක්ද? What is the fifth root of 32? Now everybody can answer. 2. 2 to the power 5 is 32 means 32 की fifth root එක is 2. එතකොට ඒ වගේ මෙතන square root එකෙත් හරිනම් there's supposed to be a 2. Like here's cubic root, there's a 3, fourth root, fifth root, 4, 5. එහෙම numbers තියෙනවානේ. Square root එකේ there is supposed to be a 2, but we just don't write it. We just write the root sign only. But 2 එකක් normally තියෙනවා. I think it would be better to write this as well. මොනවද ඔයගොල්ලෝ ලියන්න එපා දැම්ම. So that is just an example so that we have a better idea. Okay, just a few examples. Now I'm coming to our rule again. This was the rule that we discussed. Very important. When I say square root of 5, now tell me, what is the number that comes here? Square root of 5 means what is the number that comes here? Okay, Aiza. Others? Okay, Metna. Others? If it's square root of 5, what is the number that comes there? Haranang Tiendo number ka mukadda? Denuri, Chenuli, Risindi, what do you think? If it's square root of 5, the number that should be here is 2, right? We just don't write it. Etakota lama, yes. I can write this like this. Me A kiyan ekkena. Which part? This part, Risindi. Make it Siddha. Hari. Black color ka ayin karana, red color ka. 5 times 5 means 5 to the power 2. 5 to the power 2 is 25. And 25 is square root එක 5. If 5 ඒවා දෙකක් නේ 25. And 25 is square root එක 5. So that means I should put a 2 here. But generally for square root, I don't put 2. I just draw this root sign. That is enough. Then 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. That means 2 to the power 3 is 8. 2 to the power 3 means 2 ge cube එක 8. 2 ge cube එක 8 කියන්නේ 8 ge cubic root එක 2. 2 ඒව 3ක් නේ 8 එන්නේ. එහෙනම් 8 ගේ cubic root එක එන්නේ 2. Up to that point, is it clear? Like that here, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is 81. That is 3 to the power 4 is 81. ඒ කියන්නේ 3 ඒව 4ක් එකතු වෙලා තමයි 81 හැදෙන්නේ. Then what is the fourth root of 81? That is 3. I 3 ඒව 4ක් එකතු වෙලා 81 හැදුනේ. Then 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 32, which means 2 to the power 5 is 32. In the meaning, 2 ඒව 5ක් එකතු වෙලා තමයි 32 හැදෙන්නේ. Then 32 ගේ fifth root එක is 2. Right? 2 ඒව 5ක් එකතු වෙලානේ 32 හැදුනේ. Up to that point, is it clear? Okay. Now we are learning a rule here. What is the rule? When I say A root n, n means this could be, if n is 2, that is square root. If n is 3, that is cubic root. If n is 4, that is the fourth root. If n is 5, that is the fifth root. If I get root එක number එක තමයි n කියලා කියන්නේ. I can write this as a to the power 1 over n. Now you won't understand this yet. But let me show you an example. Method mama කිව්වා 5 ගේ root එක. You know 5 ගේ root එක means there should be a 2 here, but we just don't write it. අට මෙන්න මෙහෙම මේ root 5 එක ලියන්න පුළුවන්. Like this, a 2. Now look at my rule. A මේ පැත්තෙත් A එහෙමම ලියනවා. So here A is 5 no. 5 මං එහෙමම ලියනවා. This number n here, I can write it as a power, but that becomes 1 over n. Here the number is 2 no. 2 I can write as 1 over 2. Just like how n I can write as 1 over n, 2 I can write as 1 over 2. So the root sign, I can remove the root completely and I can make it an index, but that index will be a fraction. ඒ කියන්නේ ළමයි root sign එකක් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනකොට මට root sign එක completely අයින් කරන්න පුළුවන්. අයින් කරලා I can put a power here. But that power or an index, but that index would be a fraction. That's why I wrote the topic fractional indices of a power. Root sign එක remove කරනවා නම් that becomes a fractional index or a fractional power. Let me do another example. තවත් clear වෙන්න. Let's say 24 fourth root of 24. So when it comes to the fourth root of 24, I can remove the root sign and I can write it like this. The number 24 I write the same way, but root of the fourth root no. Here root sign එක අයින් කරලා මේ 4 එක මම මෙහෙම ලියනවා 1 over 4. See, I remove the root sign and that number here I wrote it as a fraction as 1 over 4 in the index. So whatever the number here, it becomes 1 over, if this is 4 here, that becomes 1 over 4. If this is 2 here, that becomes 1 over 2. If you take another example, let's say 80. Let's say this is the cubic root. That I can write as 80 to the power 1 over 3. It's just a rule. අපිට එහෙම ලියන්න පුළුවන්. Let's say 121 के fifth root එක. මට මේක ලියන්න පුළුවන් 121 to the power 1 over 5. Did you all understand that, ළමයි? Is that clear to all of you? Others? Chenuli? Okay. Now I think we can write. Wait, let me rearrange the note a bit. मैं red color පාටක මුලින් ලියා ගන්න බලන්න. Just so that you have like a general idea before we start this part. Red color එක මුලින් ලියා ගන්න. The red color part, write it first. Radical symbol means the square root sign. Not square root sign, root sign. write the red part, and then underneath, there's like 2 sentences, and then you can write the black part. Make it fast, Lamai. Done, Lamai? Give me a thumbs up if you have finished. Others? Chenudi? Chenudi, have you finished? Okay. Now, Lamai, we are going to discuss some more examples that are more complicated than this. For these examples, I'm going to use the ones that are used on the textbook. Now, example 1, 2, 3, 4. No? So let's discuss the 5th example. root of 27. Textbook එකේ දීලා තියෙන ටිකම තමයි, but අපි let's discuss it together on our own. This is the third root. That means the cubic root of 27. You know this I can write as 27 to the power 1 over 3 like this. Okay. What about 27 now? Lamai, can you see here that 27 is actually 3 times 3 times 3, right? 3 times 3 times 3, that means 27 is 3 to the power 3. Did you understand that 27 I can write as 3 to the power 3, right? 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27. Did you all understand that? Yes. So 27 I can write as 3 to the power 3. So here instead of 27, I write 3 to the power 3. And then in addition to that, outside there's another index which is 1 over 3. You know, when it comes to these powers, මේ bracket එකක් තියෙනවා කියන්නේ powers multiply වෙනවා. 3 and here 3 to the power 3 ආවේ Risindhi. Now you know 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. So 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. 3 times 3 times 3 means 3 ඒවා තුනක් තියෙනවානේ. So that means 3 to the power 3. That is 27. That is why instead of 27, I can write 3 to the power 3. Is that clear? Okay. Then මෙතන එක power එකක් තියෙනවා 3. Then bracket එකක් තියෙනවා කියන්නේ multiplication එකක්. Multiplied by the other power outside is 1 over 3. When there is a bracket, the powers or the indices are multiplied. So 3 multiplied by 1 over 3. So as you can see, 3 and 3 cancel වෙලා මට answer කෙනවා 3 to the power 1. And you know 3 to the power 1 is the same as 3. 3 to the power 1 is the same as 3. Did you all understand this? Did you all understand example 5? Everybody give me a thumbs up. Risindhi? Third row. Third row what? Method of multiplication එකක් ආවේද? So the thing with indices is that method this 3 is a power, right? When I made 3 to the power 3. So 3 to the power 3. Now this is a power. එයාට එළියෙන් තව 1 over 3 තියෙනවා. So this is a power, this is also a power. If powers are separated by brackets like this, if powers are separated by brackets, we multiply those powers. So 3 to the power මෙතන තියෙන්නේ 3 නේ. And මේ power එක එළියේ තියෙනවා 1 over 3 කියලා power එකක් separated by brackets. So when I remove the brackets, I can multiply the powers like this. So here there is 3, outside there's 1 over 3. I can multiply the brackets. Sorry, I can multiply the powers if there are brackets. Okay, Cindy? Okay. ලියන්න එපා අපි තව example එකක් discuss කරමු. 6th example. Again, I'm taking from the textbook. Root of 25 to the power half. Sorry, root of 25 to the power minus 2. Okay, we'll try this one. Now here, එළිය minus 2 කියලා power එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒක වෙනමම කතාවක්. අපි දැනට ඉගෙනගෙන තියෙනවා root of 25 here, just root means this is square root, right? When I root of 25, I can write as 25 to the power half. That is what we learned here, no? So here, power minus 2, let's just forget it. Root of 25 I can write as 25 to the power half. But now here minus 2 is also there. මම මේක මෙහෙම bracket එකක් දාලා එළිය ලියනවා minus 2 කියලා. හරිද? So I'm gonna ask you step by step. මේ step එක හැමෝටම තේරුණාද? Root of 25 වල I remove the root sign and I put it as a power. Did all of you understand that step? Aiza, Denuri, Risindi. That means here, root of 25, I just simply wrote as 25 to the power half. මෙතන එළියේ minus 2 එකක් තියෙන හින්දා යාවත් මම ලියන්න ඕනේ අනිවාර්යයෙන්. Okay. And you know, 25 means 5 to the power 2. මෙන්න මෙතන 25 කියන එක කෙනාව this 25 I can write as 5 times 2. Sorry, 5 to the power 2. So 25 I wrote as 5 to the power 2. And in addition to that, එළියේ තියෙනවා මෙහෙම half කියලා power එකක්. In addition to that, ඒකටත් එළියේ තියෙනවා power එකක් minus 2 කියලා. Did you see that? So මෙතන half and minus 2 were anyways there. So half and minus 2 were anyways there, no problem. That up to that point you understood. But you know 25 also is a power. 25 I can write as 5 to the power 2. So මේ 25 කියන එක විතරක් මම මෙතන 5 to the power 2 කියලා ලියුවා. Now there are other powers also. Half is one power, minus 2 is another power. That is why I put it into a bracket. So 25 is 5 to the power 2. මම වෙනම bracket එකකට දැම්මා. Then there's a power half. ඒකට එළිය තව power එකක් තියෙන හින්දා I put another bracket, a different bracket, and I put the power minus 2. Did you all understand up to that point? Denuri, Chenuli? Okay, now powers good after the and they're all separated by brackets. මෙතන එක bracket එකක් තියෙනවා, මෙතන තව curvy bracket එකක් තියෙනවා. All are separated by brackets. So I can write 5 to the power මෙතන 2 multiplied by මෙතන half multiplied by මෙතන minus 2. Because all powers are separated by brackets. If when I remove brackets, I can straight away multiply the powers. As you can see, මෙතන may 2 to may 2 cancel වෙලා. What I have remaining is 5 to the power minus 2. Up to that point, did you all understand? 5 to the power minus 2. Okay. Now there's a negative index. මං කිව්වා index එකේ නැත්නම් power එකේ sign එක කරන්න ඕන නම් you change it between numerator and denominator. Now here this is in numerator, no? If I bring it to the denominator, මේක හැම පිටිම denominator එකට අරන් ගියාම power එකේ index එකේ sign එක මාරු වෙනවා. Here the index has minus 2, no? And when I bring it to the denominator, it becomes plus 2. Okay? And 1 over 5 to the power 2 means 25. So answer is 1 over 25. Is that clear? You already said it's clear, no? So නැත්නම් හැමලෙම thumbs up දාලා ඉන්න වෙනවා. Can you all write these two examples fast? Quickly write these two examples. While you write these examples, give me like 2 minutes. I have to plug my laptop with charger. එතකම මේ 5th and 6th examples දෙක ඉක්මනට ලියන්න බලන්න. Make it fast. 6 के 1/25 आवे. Now here, this is 5 to the power minus 2. And now here the power or the index has a negative no minus sign එකක් නේ. ඔයාට minus එක plus කරගන්න පුළුවන් if you change the entire, if you bring the entire thing to the denominator. ඒකයි මම මේ 5 to the power minus 2 කියන එක කෙනා කෙලින්ම denominator එකට ගෙනාවා. When I bring it to the denominator, the sign of the power, the sign of the index changes. Now here the sign is minus. Now when I bring it to the denominator, the sign becomes plus. Plus one hamali unknown, plus unknown. So I write like that. Then 1 over 5 to the power 2. What is 5 to the power 2? 5 to the power 2 means 5 times 5, which is 25. Therefore, it is 1 over 25. Is it clear? Okay. Am I done writing? I'll give you like 2 more minutes. Quickly finish. Okay, am I done, everybody? Give me a thumbs up. Let's discuss another example again from the textbook. Okay. 7th one. Do you all have sports meet at your school? May the sports meet practices the And are you all participating in any sports? Not yet. What about others? Any sports or sports meet, sports heats or any events that you all participating? What are the events that you all participate? What events are you all participating? Really? My goodness. So you are an athlete, Denuri. Nice. So what any heats again? So I think do you all have it in February? Come on, February, March, the usual sports meet time. January. Oh, okay. Because back when we had school, the sports meet fell in March, but it was very problematic because because of the sports meet, nobody was in class. So it was not possible for teachers to conduct classes and teach and do all that. මොකද සමහර අය ඇත්තටම ස්පෝර්ට්ස් මීට් යනවා, සමහර ස්පෝර්ට්ස් මීට් ප්‍රැක්ටිසස් වලට යනවා, සමහර අය ස්පෝර්ට්ස් මීට් ප්‍රැක්ටිසස් කියලා රවුම් ගහනවා, or just hanging out and stuff like that. So there were rarely anybody in classes. ඒකින්ද first term test එක කාලට වගේදී it was a bit of a problem. But දැන් ගොඩක් schools වල January February වල වගේනේ තියෙන්නේ. So ඒකින්ද term test එකට ලොකුවට affect වෙන්නේ නැහැ. But I heard that in some schools, I don't know about others, they don't have a first term exam. Do you all have a first term exam? මට මේක කිව්වේ I think wait, Sahiru is not here today, no? Sahiru actually told that. මම හිතන්නේ ආනන්දේ. They don't have term tests, so I don't know how it is for y'all. Not that they don't have term tests, they don't have the first term test. What do you mean, Risindi? Do you all have term tests? Yes, Denuri. Don't know yet. Exams are in May. Okay. මම හිතන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ ගොඩාක් පස්සට යවයි කියලා. මොකද for y'all December you will have the term test for sure. Not the term test, sorry, O levels. Because now for this batch they have the exams in February නේ. So ඒතර ඔයගලන්ට December වල තියයි. Because you know after COVID it became like more and more postponed. Now I think we are slowly falling back to the right track and to the right track of time. So you will have it definitely in December. ඒක හින්දා December 8th date confirm කරලාද? It is only a tentative date, I think. But I don't think they have confirmed the date yet. But December you will have the O-level exam, yes. So ඒක හින්දා ළමයි now we are in January. So yes, of course, there's like about 11 more months to go. And don't feel too relaxed because of that. Because if you work hard these days, you won't have much to worry about when you're like nearing the exams. මම එක හැම වෙලෙම කියන ඔයගලන්ට ලං වුණාම එතකොට ස්ට්‍රෙස් එක අඩුයි. Okay. And just for curiosity, can I ask anybody who's planning to do A-levels? Because I know that during these days there are a lot of students who are not doing A-levels, who are like starting degrees and all that. Who's doing A-levels and which streams are you all doing? What are you all planning to do after you're doing? Which stream are you planning to do, Risindi? Chenuli is doing bio. Okay. Software engineering, good. Software engineering means you will have to go in maths stream, ne? Denuri science. Science wala bio or maths. And what about others? Metna, Aiza. Metna is doing maths. Aiza is also doing A-levels. Which stream? Bio. It's very interesting to hear that all of you are doing A-levels actually. මොකද දැන් ගොඩාක් ළමයි කරන්නේ නැහැනේ. Even my younger sister, after O-levels, she didn't do A-levels and she straight away started the degree. Degree නේ මට foundation කරලා degree එක කරන්න පුළුවන් එකක්. But I personally prefer doing, I know that in Sri Lanka, the paths that you can go by doing A-levels is a bit limited. හිතන්නකො මොකක් හරිම artistic career එකකට යන්න ඕන කෙනෙක්ට A-levels path එකෙන් යන්න තියෙන chances පොඩ limited. But not that limited. ඔයගලන් නොදන්නා වුණාට there are so many paths that you can take by like after doing A-levels. Even in like so many like you know, government universities. There are so many things that you can do that you have no idea. ඔයගලන් ගොඩක් වෙලාවට හිතන්නේ, I mean, when you're doing bio, most of you are planning to become a doctor, and that is very good. That is very good. That is an excellent profession, which requires a lot of commitment, dedication, and all that. So that is very good. But let's say you don't want to be a doctor, but still there are so many other options. Because I did bio, and I didn't go to medicine. I actually went to Faculty of Science. And once I went in there, I saw so many doors open. There are so many opportunities for y'all to take. There are so many paths for y'all to go in. and same with maths. Maths කියන්නේ engineering විතරක්ම නෙවෙයි. ඒ කියන්නේ ගොඩාක් ළමයි අපේ රටේ parents and teachers ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ඔයගොල්ලන්ව push කරන්නේ එක්ක doctor, එක්ක engineer, එක්ක lawyer, what else? මොනවාද ඕවනේ main streams වගේ engineer, doctor, lawyer ඕවත්නේ ගොඩක්ම push කරන්නේ. But you know, I mean, that's not all there is. If you want to be a doctor, very good, you should become a doctor. If you want to be an engineer, very good, you should become an engineer. If you want to be a lawyer, excellent, become a lawyer. හැබැයි සමහර ළමයි ඉන්නවා ඒ කීපය විතරක් නෙවෙයි සමහරට මාර්ම ඉන්ට්‍රස්ටිං දේවල් තියෙනවා. Now in the batch that's going to O levels in February, I asked this question and they had so many diverse things that they wanted to try. සමහරට ඕන වුණා pilot වෙන්න, සමහරයි vet, ඊට පස්සේ musician, තව මොනවද තිබෙ interesting ඒවා. ඕනම job එකක් interesting. I mean, if you ඔයා කැමති job එකක් නම් ඔයා කරන්නේ, that is interesting. ඒක හින්දා මම ගොඩක් වෙලාවට කියන්නේ ඔයගලන්ට තමන් කැමති දේ කරන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට සමහර දැන් for an example, let's say you want to be an artist. දැන් මගේ එක student කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා, he can draw very well. සමහර එක hobby එකක් විදිහට කරනවා, සමහර කැමති එක profession එකක් විදිහට කරනවා. එතකොට ලංකාව වගේ රටක ඒවට පොඩක් options අඩුයි. That is very true. But still පුළුවන් තරම් තමන් කැමති දෙයකට යන එක is the best option. මොකද whatever the profession ඔයගලන්ට පොඩි ළමයි නෙවෙයිනේ දැන්. ඔයගලන් මේ අවුරුදු 16යි. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයගලන් future එක ගැන පොඩ්ඩක් හිතන්න ඕනේ මේ කාලෙ වෙද්දි. So එතකොට whatever the profession you choose, ඔයගලන් life එකේ කරන දේ හැමදාම උදේට හැරිලා ඒ job එක ඔයගලන් කරන්න ඕනේ. Right? For the rest of your life, you have to do the job. So it has to be something that you like, something that you enjoy doing. Of course, it will be stressful. ඕනම දෙයක් එහෙම තමයි life එකේ. ඕනම දෙයක් stressful වෙනවා, frustrate වෙන instances තියෙනවා, but still කරන දෙයට passion එකක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. I never thought I would be a teacher. I never thought I will start an educational company. That was not what I thought, but somehow ලාවට අපි plan කරන්නේ නැති විදිහට life එක change වෙනවා. So whatever happens, I think you should always what do you say, like choose wisely, but also choose something that you will enjoy doing. So එතකොට ඔයගලන් A level stream එක select කරද්දී චුට්ටක් එක ගැන හිතන්න. I know that options are limited when it comes to A levels, but still choose wisely. And I'm very glad that you all are doing A levels. මොකද ගොඩක් වෙලාවට මේ O levels ඉවර වෙලා from the O level results foundation කළ degree කරන එකේ වැරද්දක් නෑ. That saves age and all that. But එතකොට මම ළඟදී ගොඩක් එක හිතපු දෙයක්, university එකට යන්න තරම් mature නැහැ 17-year-old කෙනෙක්. I mean, you're 16 now, next year you'll be 17 නේ. 17 ළමෙක් කියන්නේ university යන age එක නෙවෙයි. Too young to go to that university culture, because university, whether it's a government university or a private university, the university culture is completely different. So many people coming from so many backgrounds. If you take a private university, so many ages. එතකොට ඒ culture එකට යන්න කලින් ඒ culture එකට යන්න ඕනේ age එකක් තියෙනවා. You need to have a certain level of maturity. So I'm very glad that you all are doing A levels, everybody. I hope you won't change your decision, because hari stream එක select කරොත් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට definitely ලොකු journey එකක් යන්න පුළුවන් A levels වලින්. Okay, even government universities, there are so many different degrees. ඔයගොල්ලන් නිකන් ඉලාවට කැමති නම් explore කරලා බලන්න. You have internet, you have web, you have all the access, so you can search up and see. So great. හැම වෙලේම life එකේ you need to have a direction, right? මම මේකයි කරන්නේ, මේකයි මට වෙන්න ඕනේ. So just because you say, okay, I want to be successful, then ගොඩක් අය කියන්නේ I just want to be successful. Okay, what are you going to do to be successful? නිකම් මට successful වෙන්න ඕනේ, I want to make a lot of money. එහෙම නිකන් කිව්වට වැඩක් නැහැ. හරි, මොකක්ද ඔයා කරන්නේ? What do you want to do to become successful? What do you want to do to become rich or to have more money? So it's better to have a direction in life. Okay. So මම මතකයි ඉස්සර when I was like 15, 16, ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ වයස වගේ තමයි, I came across a very nice book called Success Principles for Teens. මම හිතන්නේ මම මේක ගිය අවුරුද්දේ ඔයගලන් ක්ලාස් එකකදී කියලා මට මතක නැහැ. මම සමහර ළමයි මොකක්ද ක්ලාස් එකකට දෙකකට කිව්වා. It's by an author called Jack Canfield. It's a very nice book. So if you come across that, you can even get the PDF on the internet. So ඒ book එකේ එකක් තියෙනවා. ඔයගලන් ඒක හරිම interesting දෙයක්, activity එකක්. ඔයගලන්ට life එකේ කරන්න ඕනේ දේවල්. At 16 years old, in this year you will be 16. So at 16 years old, you have different things that you want to do in life, right? So let's say career. මට ඕනේ මෙන්න මෙහෙම job එකක් කරන්න. මට ඕනේ මේ job එකේ මේ විදිහට ඉන්න. මේ වගේ තැනකට එන්න. මේ වගේ respect එකක් ගන්න. මේ වගේ recognition එකක් තියෙන්න. Then let's say මේ වගේ awards දිනන්න. So ඒ වගේ. And then let's say your health. I want to be healthy. I want to lose weight. So ඒ වගේ life එකකට ඕන දේවල් තියෙනවානේ. So you should make a list of everything that you want to do in life. So ඒ book එකේ තිබ්බ එකක්, if some of the things that you want to do in life ළමයි might sound a bit crazy. So එක example එකක් තිබ්බා. එක ළමයෙකුට එයාට ඕන වෙලා තිබ්බා White House එකට යන්න. You know White House, right? So I think මොකරි වෙන රටක ඉන්න ළමයෙක්. So එයා ලියලා තිබ්බා I want to go to White House and I want to meet the president of US කියලා. So එතකොට at that point it might sound crazy. But එයා ඒ පොඩි කාලේ ලියලා තිබ්බ list එක after like a lot of years එයාට list එක හම්බෙලා බැලුවම ඒ list එකේ තියෙන ගොඩක් දේවල් achieve කරලා. And he has even met the president. I think back in the days it was Barack Obama. Obama the president in that තියෙන්නේ. I think මේ ළමයා African හරි කොහෙද ළමයෙක්. So අර ඒ වගේ සමහර වෙලාවට ඔයගොල්ලන් දේවල් ලියද්දී දේවල් ගැන හිතද්දී මට මේ දේවල් කරන්න ඕනේ. ඊපස්සේ දේවල් ලියද්දී සමහර දේවල් universe එකට යනවා. I'm a huge believer of law of attraction and manifesting things in life. So ඒකින්ද whatever the path you want to take in life, whatever you want to achieve, always have an idea, just a direction. Nikang, I want to make money. Nikang, I want to be successful is not enough. Okay? Because mama kiyanne ogalanda young nane, right? You guys are at a good age where you can start thinking about these things. Because the next step you are taking will be a life-changing step. After O-levels, you are going to select which stream you are going to do for A-levels. Are you going to do A-levels? Make decisions mari their life eකට affect වෙනවා. So it's a very life-changing decision you are going to take next. And ඒකින්ද ඔයගොල්ලන් බබාලා නෙවෙයි දැන්. Okay? So ඒකින්ද මේ පොත ඔයගොල්ලන්ට come across මම හිතන්නේ last year PDF එක එවුවද මම. I can't remember whether it was for your class, but I do remember sharing a soft copy of that book with some of the students. It's a very interesting book. If you have time, you can read. Yeah, that book is Success Principles for Teens by an author called Jack Canfield. ඒකේ ආගේ තියෙනවා Success Principles for Adults as well, but this is for teenagers. So you guys are teenagers. You guys are at the best age to read this book. මේක තියෙනවා මම book shops වල මං හිතන්නේ ඒ කාලේ නම් ටිකක් expensive ඒකින්ද මම ඒක ගත්තේ නැහැ. මම යාළුවෙක්ගෙන් borrow කරේ. Because ඒ කාලේ මට අම්මලාට වද දෙන්න ඕනුන්නේ නැහැ මේ පොත ගන්න ඕනේ කියලා. මං ඒකට මේ මගේ යාළුවෙක්ගෙන් borrow කරා. ඒක ලස්සනට තියෙනවා like very interesting stories of students. මෙන්න මේ author මෙයා success coach කෙනෙක්. එයා එක ළමයින්ට ගිහලා lectures කරද්දී ළමයිව හම්බෙද්දී ළමයින්ගේ ඇත්තම real life stories, real life examples ගොඩාක් ඒ පොතේ තියෙනවා. So ඒකෙන් එක මාරම inspiring. I remember being like very fascinated and inspired by that book ඒ කාලේ ඔයගලන්ගේ වයසේ. ඒකත් 15 16 වගේ තමයි. මං ගාව soft copy එකක් තිබ්බා මේ teens එකේ මට එක හම්බුනොත් මම ඒක හොයලා හම්බුනොත් උගන්ට එවන්න. So if you are okay with reading the soft copy, you can. You can like ලොකුවට reading නෙවෙයි, just read 1 page a day or 2 pages a day or maybe a chapter one day. කිය මොනවද කියන්න කියලා ඒ දේවල් බලන්න. Okay? All right. So let's come back. Metana, this is a mixed number. What would you do to this mixed number, Lamai? What would you do to, like, whenever you see a mixed number, what would you do as the first step? Yes. Others? Mixed number එකක් දැක්ක ගාම මොකද්ද ඔයගොල්ලෝ මුලින්ම කරන්නේ? Converting it to an improper fraction. So 8 times 3 is 24. 24 plus 3. 8 times 3 is 24. 24 plus 3 is 27. So I get 27 divided by 8 root 3. So you know now the root sign, you can remove the root sign and make it a power. So 27 over 8 power එක, this 3 here, when I write it as a power, that is 1 over 3. That is 1 over 3. Then, may 1 over 3 lamai, can you see that now 27 divided by 8 no? This 1 over 3 belongs to 27 and 8 both. එහෙනම් මට ලියන්න පුළුවන් මෙහෙම. 27 to the power 1 over 3 divided by 8 to the power 1 over 3. එහෙම නැත්නම්, without doing this, you can write something like this. බලන්න ඔයගොල්ලෝ කොයි විදිහද කරේ කියලා. ඕක කොහොමම තියලා 27, do you realize that I can write 27 as 3 to the power 3? 3 to the power 3 කියන්නේ 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. So that is 3 to the power 3, no? That is 27. So instead of 27, I write 3 to the power 3. Divided by 8. 8 කියන්නේ 2 to the power 3. See? 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So 8 is 2 to the power 3. Earlier, I have 1 over 3 as usual. I'll leave it as it is. බලන්න ළමයි, here, this power 3, 3 ටත් මේ power එක තියෙනවා, 2 ටත් මේ power එක තියෙනවා. So that power 3 is common to both, no? So what I'm going to do is 3 divided by 2. මේ 3 කියන power එක දෙන්නටම common හින්දා මම ඒක මෙහෙම එළියට ගන්න. Okay. And then outside I have another power which is 1 over 3. Up to that point, is it clear, Lamai? Up to that point, is it clear? Aiza, Rizindi, is it clear? Yes. So here 20, මෙතන root 3, cubic root එක 1 over 3 උනානේ. Okay, එක 1 over 3 උනා. Then 27, you know, I can write as 3 to the power 3. 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. 8 I can write as 2 times 2 times 2, which is 2 to the power 3. So 27 I wrote as 3 to the power 3 and 8 I wrote as 2 to the power 3. Both have the power 3. Since both have the power 3, what I'm going to do is a power 3 එක මම මෙහෙම එළියට ගන්න. So ඇතුලේ 3 over 2 තමයි ඉතුරු වෙන්නේ. This power 3, since it's common, I took it out. But outside there's another power which is 1 over 3. පැටලෙන හින්දා මම තව bracket එකක් දාලා I write that other power which is 1 over 3. Is it clear? Alright. Then 3 over 2. බලන්න ළමයි, this is a power, this is also a power. Excuse me. This is a power, this is also a power, and these powers are separated by brackets. That means you can multiply. 3 multiplied by 1 over 3. Here, may 3 and may 3 cancel වෙනවා. I have only 1 remaining. 1 කියන්නේ 1 means 1. We can just write 3/2. And you know 3/2 is 3 divided by 2. I can, this is an improper fraction. No? Improper fraction mixed number 3 divided by 2. 2 times 1 is 2, 1 remaining. So 1/2 එහෙම නැත්නම් 3 divided by 2 is 1.5 කියලා decimal එකක් විදිහට ලියන්නත් පුළුවන්. Okay ළමයි. Can you all copy this down? 6th example එක ඔයගොල්ලන් ලියුවානේ. 7th example එක ලියන්න බලන්න. Quickly write the 7th example. Okay ළමයි. Done? මෙත්න? Shenuli? Okay. 8th example. Most actually so far almost all the examples that we discussed are from the textbook because ek hoda standard ek questions තියෙන හින්දා අපි ඒ examples ටික discuss කරලා then we can do the exercises. Okay, our next example is something like this. Third root of a, which is cubic root of a to the power minus half. Okay. As you all know, cubic root එක root sign එක remove කළා මට මෙහෙම ලියන්න පුළුවන්. A to the power 1/3. So here it's the cubic root, no third root. So I remove the root sign and I write as A to the power 1/3. Bracket. එළිය කොහොමද there is a power which is minus half. I write that as it is. Okay. Now I can see there are two powers which are separated by brackets. එහෙනම් මම මොකද කරන්නේ මේ powers දෙක multiply කරනවා. Here I have 1/3 multiplied by minus 1/2. So A to the power 1 times minus 1 is minus 1. 3 times 2 is 6. That is 1 minus 1/6. Now you can see this index has a minus sign. Samane minus sign api final answer තියන්නේ නැහැ. How do I remove the minus sign lamai? Now you can tell me because you already know. How do I remove the minus sign? Write it as a fraction. That means I just Then make it in a numerator. So I can move it to the denominator. Yes. So a to the power minus 1 over 6. Mama denominator kata danawa 1 over a to the power. But minus එක plus වෙනවා. Plus now you don't have to put plus. You can just leave as 1 over 6. Is that clear? Thumbs up, please. Chenuli? Okay. Example 9 එකක් discuss කරලා I will give you time to write. Let's discuss 16 over 81 to the power minus 3 over 4. Okay. Now you know 16 I can write as 2 to the power 4. Because you know 2 to the power 4 means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16. And 2 to the power 4, 16. So I write 16 as 2 to the power 4. Divided by 81. 81 I can write as 3 to the power 4. Let's see. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 3 is 81. And now 81 I can write as 3 to the power 4. I put the bracket and outside the bracket I have minus 3 over 4. Now we can see here that this 4 is common to both. මෙයාටත් power 4 තියෙනවා, මෙයාටත් power 4 තියෙනවා. Since it is common, I will take it out. 2 over 3 එහෙමම තියලා. Since this power 4 is common to both, I will take that power 4 out. There's already another power here. ඒකින මම මෙහෙම තව bracket එකක් දාලා minus 3 over 4 කියලා තියෙන power එකක් දානවා. Okay. Now we have two powers which are separated by brackets. Here I have power 4. Here I have power minus 3 over 4. So two powers which are separated by brackets. එහෙනම් මට එක ලියන්න පුළුවන් මෙහෙම. 4. You know two powers which are separated by brackets means you have to multiply. 4 multiplied by minus 3 over 4. So here 4 and 4 cancel whenever. What I have remaining is 2 over 3 to the power with a minus 3 through minus 3. Up to that point, is everything clear? In the 9th one, is it clear? Thumbs up. Good question, Metna. මං ඒ option එක පෙන්නන්න මේකේ final answer ගත්තට පස්සේ. Good question. Okay. So here, now 2 over 3 to the power minus 3 means this minus 3 belongs to 2. It also belongs to 3, right? Minus 3 කියන එක කෙනා දෙන්නටමනේ තියෙන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ යා 2 ටත් අයිති 3 ටත් අයිති. So මම එහෙනම් ලියනවා 2 ටත් minus 3 දානවා. 3 ටත් minus 3 දානවා. Because this minus 3 belongs to both 2 and 3. Now you can see 2 has 2 වල තියෙන power එක it's minus. 3 also has minus. See දෙන්නටම තියෙන negative index එකක්. What am I going to do here is that 2 to the power minus 3 කියන එක මම denominator. Now it's in the numerator, no? 2 to the power minus 3 is in the numerator. I bring it to the denominator. When I bring it to the denominator, the minus becomes plus and I have 2 to the power 3. Here in the denominator, I have 3 to the power minus 3. Minus එක remove කරන denominator එකේ නම් මම numerator එකට අරන් යනවා. When I bring it to the numerator, minus 3 becomes plus 3. Okay. So what do we have here? 3 to the power 3. 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. 2 to the power 3 is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So I have an improper fraction. I can convert it to a mixed number. 8 times 3 is 27. 8 times 3 is 24. 25, 26, 27. 3 remaining. Like this. Is it clear, Lamai? Is that clear? Aiza? Okay. Now to what Metna asked. That means now I have 16 over 81 to the power minus 3 over 4. Now 16 I wrote as 2 to the power 4. But 16 is also 4 to the power 2. 4 to the power 2. 4 to the power 2 means 4 times 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. And now 16 minute I can write as 4 to the power 2. 81 I can write as 9 to the power 2. 9 to the power 2. So 9 times 9 is 81. Okay, let's try that. LA minus 3 over 4. Now here both of them have this power 2 common. So I will take that 2 out. 4 over 9. 2 එලියට ගත්තා. Then I have minus 3 over 4. Okay. Now, here we have two powers which are separated by brackets. So 4 over 9. Since we have two powers separated by brackets, they become a multiplication. So 2 multiplied by minus 3 over 4. Here, 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. I have 4 over 9 to the power minus 3 over 2. 4 and 9, that comes the 2. I can see that this can be further simplified. 4 I can write as 2 to the power 2. 9 I can write as 3 to the power 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. And outside I have root 3 minus 3 over 2. Then again 2 is common to both. I take 2 out. And I have minus 3 over 2. So 2 cancel vela. Mehema 2 over 3 to the power minus 3. Which is this step. Metana, not that you can't do it. So what you asked was 4 to the power 2 and 9 to the power 2. Dana barida කියලා. Not that you can't do it, but when you do it, the answer you get is not the most simplified version. So එහෙමුණොත් එන්නේ මෙන්න මේ වගේ answer එකක් නේ. මේක simplify කරන්න පුළුවන් තව. තව simplify කරන්න අපි මෙන්න මෙහෙම කරාම කොහොමත් එන්නේ මේ answer එකම තමයි. So මේ විදිහට කරත් කමක් නැහැ, but there will be additional steps. So ගොඩක් වෙලාවට අපි try කරන්න ඕනේ now here in the power එකේ denominator එකේ 4 එකක් තියෙනවානේ. 4 එක cancel කරගන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා බලන්න ඕනේ. If I take 16 as 2 to the power 4, 81 as 3 to the power 4, since they both have 4 common, I took 4 out. But A4 එක මෙහෙම multiply වුණාම මෙතන 4 එකත් එක cancel වෙනවා. Therefore, that is more successful. මේකත් පුළුවන් හැබැයි තව වැඩිපුර steps කරන්න ඕනේ final answer එකට එන්න. So simplify එකේ it's not the most simplified answer if you stop it here. Is it clear Metna? Okay. Then I think මේ examples දෙක ලියන්න බලන්න. මේක erase කරන්න, but that is a very good question. I think ඒක අනිත් අයටත් ඒ ප්‍රශ්නේ එන්නේ නැති මගෙන් අනිත් අය අහුවේ නැති වුණාට. But I think now the doubts are solved. Okay, do the 8th and 9th write the examples first. Yes, we have homework. I'll give you 1 more minute. Quickly finish writing. Next week, everybody bring your logarithm book, the log table. නැත්තම් උගන් textbook එකේ පිටිපස්සේ තියෙන එකෙන් බලන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඒක inconvenient වගේ නම් you can just get a logbook. If you don't have one already, you can buy one. It's I think a very small price. අපි ඒ කාලේ ගනිද්දී I think the log table was I think 20 rupees or something, 20 or 50 rupees. I can't remember. දැන් කීයක් කරන්නද මේ log table book එක? That little booklet. How much is that now? 50 or 16, eh? Yes. So, පොත පිටිපස්සේ පෙරලා බලන එක inconvenient නම් you can just buy a log table. It's only 50 or 60 rupees. මොකද bookshop එකෙන් ගන්න. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔයගන්ට ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැත්නම් පොත පෙරලා බලන එක you can just use it that way. But I think it will be faster if you have a separate log table, even for future calculations. Because at the exam, I'm not talking about the term test. I'm talking about O-levels. At O-levels, when you are writing the maths paper, you will be like given a separate log table, like a logbook. Hello, Amma. Okay. Mark the homework, lamai. In exercise 2.1, today we don't have much homework. First के E and F. Second के H, I, J. Third के H, no, I, J, and L. These are all the homework. Metika karangena next week. I will also send a screenshot of the homework in the chat. Today is 19th, no? And I will also send the whiteboard note of today's class. Okay. So before we end the class, do you all have any questions or any concerns or anything that you didn't understand during the class? Or is everything clear? If everything is clear, give me a thumbs up. Everything is clear. All of you. Okay, great. So next week we will be meeting on 26th of January. Hamoma log table again. We will be finishing logarithms 1 lesson and we will be starting logarithms 2. Yeah, so that's all. Until we meet next week, have a great week and good night. Okay.